20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Block his team!
Left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. 4 down, check.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Rivers now. It's caught. It's Miller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Gordon on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers, he completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. You got to get that.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey. Hey, we are anyway. Got 4 down. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Now Taylor, able to get away. Fights off the defender. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Jackson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Set, 380.
You got 3 down. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Switch.
first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
On first down, it's Gordon, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Ravens' 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
That 180. I brought 80.
They'll run on first down. It's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
190, 390. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike.
I got you.
They'll try to throw here, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
87's mom. Don't worry about that.
Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Man left. Hey, 4 down.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Jackson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chargers.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Thomas Davis, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive?
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but over the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's got the Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 10 at the 7-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, well, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Tucker with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down. Rivers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Kamara. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 39 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
Load it. Load it.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, alert 48. Alert 48 right now. Let's go.
Rivers to throw it. Space to maneuver at the 40. Man open. It's Goodwin. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Delta. Wait, 89.
On 2nd and very short. Rivers going up top for Miller. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 46 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And some room to work. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Check. Crunch.
Now Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Watch two, all day, every day.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Thomas Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
180.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone, down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left, those 2 points, doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now. Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man. Complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alvin Kamara, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Tucker with the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Rocket.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. And Allen's got it. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
To throw, Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rivers. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Out of the shotgun, Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Flush to his right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.